Oh, gonna show you around here what stage we're at while that cooks up. It's nearly there. It's looking like good stuff. So all I'm really wanting to do today is build up this wall, get that wall finished off. Just taking it easy. Worked quite a lot of days in a row. And any days I do have off, I'm out here doing bits and pieces if I get the chance. Well, by the other days I was just too tired, body was aching. I think it's just that consistent going. But yeah, still I'll give you a bit of an update. Still have these to do. Hopefully I can test all this out and load up all my blocks so that I can just crack on with that. And then again, this whole hallway, that's why I'm taking bits and pieces. I'm trying to avoid this hallway for as long as possible because I want to keep that straight from point to point there. And here, it is what it is because the wall's already built, so I'm sort of following the path of what's there. Again, this one as well, very important to keep them straight. So I'm planning on putting cornices on. And cornices, they like to have nice and straight ceilings and walls. I think I've already showed you all in here where I built up, all these built up, and they make some difference to these joists. Incredible amount of difference. Now I've walked up on them that don't sway and bow and bounce. They're nice and solid at the minute, which is great. But yeah, the only other thing that still really need to do is the straps and the clips in the gauge still needs done. So I'll have to spend a bit of time out there and clean up. But like, look at this, guys. Just look how good does it look when it's clean. How good does a room look after it's been cleaned up? You know, all finished and all clean. Obviously there's still dust sheets here. Them sheets were actually for the walls during the winter. I was throwing them over to stop any frost hitting. Just timber, leftover scraps and stuff. But like, how good does it all look when it's clean? Like, for example, let's walk out here. More messy, dirty floors. Here's a good example. Messy rubble, dirty floors, and then you go in here, nice and clean. And these rooms, dirty, need cleaned up. But now, I'd hate to see them because I have actually cleaned up over and over again. But I'd hate to see them if I just left them. It'd be a week's work just clearing out after people. Need a wee bit for there. Can't forget to tidy up the back end of the wall. Get it all pointed in nicely. And so have another wee bit of mortar left, so set up the trestles out the hallway here. Couple of wee block up, and I'll probably just try and get one side done or bring this over. There's a lot of cutting. I have a lot of cutting to do here. I'll probably just cut a check out of the block for that one, piece in, and that'll get me half bond again. Cut this wee one here, just gonna put that in there, instead of putting a load of brick on. But this is what I want to show you about, what I was talking about the spring, these timbers. Hopefully the camera's picking that up, even that one's moving. Whereas, look at this one, a lot less movement, and there's support here, you see. So when you're walking on them, it makes a big difference. That one's somewhat supported, that one's not. Even the one beside it's starting to wobble from that. So yeah, it's better getting them done now. I'm not planning on doing much work up above for a while, but if I get it all done now, at least it's done. And the other thing I wanted to say was, so anytime I cut a block, I always put a few wee grooves into it there. And then I'm actually SPRing them smooth bits too. Absolute overkill. There's a wee tiny bit of SPR in the mix as well. Absolute overkill. Don't think any bricklayer would do that, but obviously it's my house. So I'm just trying to, especially the areas where there's concrete meeting concrete heads, meeting blocks and stuff, just trying to make it as strong as possible and as flexible as possible, really, without cracking. The other thing somebody said something about the Evolution concrete saw, was something about water attachment. And the reason I'm not even doing that is because it'll make these blocks all dirty. It'll make it all dirty and mucky. Whereas dusty, I can just blow the dust off, wipe the dust off, and build straight away. But if it's all mucky, it'll go into the pores of the block, and I'll not be able to clean it off. Plus, the block will get wet, it'll get heavier. It'll not have any suction, so it won't be easy to build with, especially with all these wee bits. So, just wanted to answer that question when I had the chance. There we go, guys. Me for the day. One and done. One mix and done. So I've got a couple of block on there and finished that sort of to this point. So obviously still some more fooling about here. Lots of awkward stuff to go. But I'll probably concentrate, finish that, and then I'll start bringing that right round. And that'll leave me to finish this and this front. Was hoping that if I had got a bit further, I was going to set chassis up and load all the block up, but I can do that another day. I'm going to go get something to eat now. There was a hell of a storm there as well, so definitely time to wrap up.